Okay, I lied earlier. I want to go over one more, which is number 22 on your review. Okay, so we are given a function f of x equals this. We're told that it has a restricted domain from 9 to infinity, and we're looking for the graph that represents the inverse of that function. Remember, f negative 1 means f inverse of x. So a couple different ways we can do this. The first thing I would look for is, since our original function is quadratic, that means the inverse of that has got to be a square root function. Also remember, a quadratic function looks like this. And because we've restricted the domain from 9 to infinity, remember that means we've taken our parabola and we've cut it in half. And since our restricted domain is from 9 to infinity, that means we're using the positive part of the graph. So that means we're not using this. Okay. So the inverse is going to be a reflection of these points. Okay, of these points here. Also, if our domain of the inverse is from 9 to infinity, then that means, the domain of our original function is from 9 to infinity. That's going to become the range of my inverse function. Okay, so first of all, my graph should not look like a parabola because it's said over here that I'm cutting my parabola in half. So these graphs that look like a parabola, like letter A and letter C, just won't work because they don't make sense. So it's either got to be B or D. So that's when I want to apply that if the domain of my original function is 9 to infinity, then that means my range of my inverse function is 9 to infinity. So remember, range would be bottom to top. So if I look at letter B, I've got a top of 9, and then my bottom actually goes to negative infinity. If I look at letter D, I have a bottom of 9, and then my top actually goes to positive infinity. So letter D matches what my graph should look like.